What's up, y'all? What's going on? It's your lady Steph. So, I am making a copper Ankh. First of all, I want to give you all a definition of the Ankh. So this is what I'm making. It's not done, but I'm kind of going to give you an idea on how I want to finish it. But first of all, some people don't even know what an Ankh is. And I like to read a full definition to explain the representation of it. Okay. So for those who don't know, this is a Ankh. This is not the cross that Jesus died on. Okay. This represents some stuff. Y'all sound very ignorant, right? I know what it means, but based off of my delivery, if y'all don't know, I deal with ADHD stuff, and sometimes it takes me a while to explain stuff. So what we're going to do is go ahead and I'm going to tell you what it is. So it says, the meaning of an Ankh, it is one of the oldest and most recognizable symbols from the ancient Kemet, Egypt. It is also called the key of life and the key of the now. So basically, this is what an Ankh is. This is what it will look like when it's done. But this is one side right here, and then this is another side. So it will be like that. Technically, it's a cross, but it's like a cross shape pretty much. All right, so it says it represents life, both physical and spiritual, eternal life, the belief that life continues beyond death, divine power. Many depictions show gods handing an Ankh to pharaohs as the gift of life, balance, the union of masculine and feminine energy, earth and heaven. It also means protection and is often worn as an amulet for guidance and strength. Okay, so this is actually what it looked like right here. So it says the loop at the top. So this is the loop here. Okay, this is the loop at the top. It says it's sometimes interpreted as eternity or the rising sun, while the cross below represents the human journey through life. Okay. I know I should be showing you all an actual Ankh, but I might leave it on this video. I have to edit the video. It says, for many people today, the Ankh has become a symbol of African heritage, spiritual awakening, resilience, identity, wisdom, and hope. Okay. So I'm going to go to a continuation of the definition. And it says, a symbol carried by kings and queens. The Ankh represents throughout ancient Egyptian temples, tombs, statues, and artwork. Pharaohs, queens, and deities are often frequently holding this in their hands. When a god or goddess is depicted holding an Ankh to someone's lips and nose, it symbolizes the gift of breath, of life, a visual representation of divine life force being bestowed upon a person. The imagery reflects the belief that life was sacred and ultimately came from the divine. Okay, there's some stuff I didn't even know, you know what I'm saying, about this Ankh. So I'm reading and learning at the same time. This is like ancient Egyptian history regarding the Ankh and the pharaohs and all that stuff. I wish I could get into it and explain, and I have to learn about, this type of history before I even come out here and explain this. Anyway, I discovered the Ankh several years ago. Basically, I was raised by Christianity, and it was always the cross, okay? This is the real cross, y'all. Let me shut up. Because that's a whole nother conversation. I don't want to bring religion into this crap. Anyway, so this is what I'm working on, y'all. Okay. And this is actually copper. The representation of copper, which I'm going to read in a second. It says crafting your Ankh from solid copper adds another layer of meaning. This copper, okay, has been used by civilizations For thousands of years, ancient peoples valued it because of its durable, workable, and beautiful. Its warm reddish color evokes the earth, the sun, and enduring nature of handcrafted art. It says a hand copper ankh stands apart from mass-produced jewelry. Every hammer, mark, bend, and every wire tells a story of the person who created it. So there is benefits of copper, which we're gonna bring up. It is straight ChatGPT, yo. It says copper has been valued for thousands of years of its beauty, durability, and practical uses. However, to distinguish between well-established properties of copper and traditional or cultures believe it, the benefits of copper, I'm not going to get in the explanation, but it says a rich historical significance, beautiful natural appearance, durable, long-lasting, excellent conductivity, natural antimicrobial, sustainable and recyclable. It says copper is also an essential mineral for the human body that it says copper is an essential mineral that the human body needs in small amounts. It says it plays a role in energy protection, formation of red blood cells, healthy nerves, connective tissue, iron metabolism, and supporting the immune system. I didn't know that. So, I will always come on here and see people rocking these necklaces, these darn pendants. I'm like, yo, that's hot. And then when I learned about how it was an ankh and read the history about it, I'm like, oh, okay. So anyway, this is what I'm doing. I got the copper wire from Home Depot. I just want to get this is probably about almost a foot of copper. So basically what I did was I actually circled it to start this ankh off. The way I circled this, I think I used, I don't know, a circular piece to stick in between here to actually, bend it out to make sure it's placed right for this part. Yo, I sound like I don't know what the hell I'm talking about, but anyway, so I was able to cut this piece off of, sorry y'all, I was able to cut this piece off of this wire. So I cut a piece of the wire here. So it's gonna go like that. And then once I pretty much put this part together, it's gonna go like that. So it's gonna look like this. So this is gonna be cut off. And then the bottom part is gonna be like that. So as you can see, I was starting to give it like a unique little touch. This is 16 gauge wire, which is wrapped around the ankh. Okay, then this is the wire down here. And I'm gonna have to get somebody to, I guess, put this part together here. Okay, so it could actually stick on the actual piece itself. So this side is pretty much done. All I gotta do is cut that off, get some wire, wrap it around here. And then right here, I'm gonna do the same thing. So it's gonna be somewhat like a curve here and a curve here. So this is gonna be the outcome of it. And then I'm gonna get the wire, wrap it around like that as well. So pretty much the back will be flat here, but the wire is gonna go all around here. But I have to get this piece here, and then it will be like that. So this side will match this side pretty much. And then I'm gonna do a little hook. So the hook will go here. Now the type of chain I'm gonna get, that's what I have to think about. So once the ankh is actually together, it's gonna be dope, y'all. Once it's together, it will be placed here. And then, y'all see that, right? It's gonna be like this. It's gonna be just like this, okay? So that's the type of style I want, okay? And so I can't get it, but anyway, it will be like that, okay? And it's gonna be something I just randomly created. You know what I'm saying? Like I went on TikTok and watched some people make this. But the wire is definitely gonna be wrapped around it. And then I might throw like a little marble right here in the middle. Yo, when I finish make this, y'all gonna be like, yo, that is dope. So I'm gonna start rocking it. You know what I'm saying? When I get out on these streets and when I start getting compliments, I'm gonna start passing out cards like, yo, I made this, place a custom order, get on the pricing, and then that's it. So of course, this will technically be the charm itself. And then I have to get a hook to actually, actually making a necklace. So I don't know, y'all. Let me know what you think about it. This is just an idea that I created. Oh, what did I use to hammer this down? Because eventually I want this back part to be flat. So I went to Home Depot and I bought a $5 hammer, okay? Which is this. So if you ever want to do something like this, go to Home Depot and ask them for the wire. Go ask them for copper. Tell them you want to get like some copper cut, and then they'll bring you to the copper section. They can roll out the copper for you and chop it, cut the piece of the wire. And then you don't want nothing too long. This is just starter wire, and it's very, very thick. So this is definitely hard to break. You would need some type of tool to cut this wire. Surprising, I was able to cut it with this hammer. I basically beat the heck out of it, and then it ended up pulling apart. So this is it right here. When it's done, I will definitely show y'all. I'm gonna try to work on this piece this week, just to see, how it come out. I am planning on taking a jewelry class. I probably will discuss the school in the next video. I was saying I really didn't want to discuss the school, but honestly, I think I will, because I might not go, but hopefully I can get there. But anyway, y'all, this is just an idea. I know it's a lot of people on here that, make wire, jewelry or whatever. So there's a lot of stuff that you could do with copper. So, it's inexpensive, but it's good. It's really good. But anyway, thank you for watching. You all have a good day. Bye-bye.